JR's first home was in Declo, Idaho, on the Simplot homestead. He struck out on his own raising hogs at age 14. With the money earned, JR bought horses and farm equipment and leased acreage for growing potatoes. In 1929, JR formed the Simplot Produce Company with headquarters in Burley and had become Idaho's largest shipper of fresh potatoes and onions by 1941. After buying a prune dryer that he and his crew converted to process dehydrated vegetables in Caldwell, the new business rapidly grew to become the largest of its kind. JR built his own fertilizer manufacturing plant in Pocatello and discovered a nearby source of phosphate rock that would act as feedstock. After approving the request to run experiments for freezing potato products, a new industry was born, frozen foods, with JR leading the way. He always said his success was due to the fact that he hired good people and turned them loose. Farming was near and dear to JR's heart, but ranching and cattle were not far behind. He started buying cattle in the mid-1950s and stayed with it for the rest of his life, acquiring ranches and herds whenever he found a big spread for a good price. JR was a lifelong champion of the potato. In the 1950s, he encouraged Gem State growers to use only certified seed and headed a nationwide campaign to promote Idaho's spuds. His handshake deal in 1963 with McDonald's founder Ray Kroc was a key factor in promoting the widespread use of frozen potato products. JR stepped down as president of his company in 1973 to assume the position of chairman of the board. He was among the first investors of Micron Technology in the early 1980s. This investment helped build an important company that provides thousands of jobs to Boise locals and others. In addition to being a successful businessman, JR was also a philanthropist. He loved speaking at college graduation ceremonies, for which he was always in demand, and he gave millions to education and many other worthy causes. He has earned the respect and affection of untold numbers of those who had the privilege of getting to know him. By virtually any standard for which success is measured, JR fit the bill.